Welcome to Lex's World, everybody, and today we have ourselves midweek a short light unboxing slash review in which we're going to be looking at the RA2000 by a company called PARFACTWORKS. This is the latest light to arrive in my mailbox. And what is PARFACTWORKS? You're likely wondering because you've never heard of them before. Well, they're just a Chinese manufacturer, and this is the latest in what is considered budget LED grow lights. And I do mean budget. I actually sort of enjoy reviewing these random casual grower light brands because it's interesting to see how they're coming along and changing versus the top of the line competition that's out there. I'll link to this one in the video description as usual, plus we're going to give this unit away at the end of the video because why not? So when you guys are talking about budget lighting, then you gotta talk about the type of spectrum that it uses. Just 2 to 3 years ago, a light like the RA2000 would have tried to stuff 6 to 12 different single color bands into big, marble-looking lenses, trying to get as many parts of the spectrum into those bands as possible. Now, the box of this particular unit actually even still kind of looks like it's gonna be like that. But when you open it up and look at the actual diodes, you see something a little bit more modern. Here, you guys take a look at this close up. So actually there is 168 diodes giving off 3000K color, 56 diodes giving off 5000K, and a small number, they're right there, they're peppered throughout, just a small number of dark red pieces at 660 nanometer spectrum. 32 of them to be exact. Let's turn them on so you guys can see. Okay, here it is on. So this is a combination of diodes that we're seeing more and more in both budget LED fixtures and board-style fanless lights that we've touched on before. The only way that I could improve upon this common layout is by adding a small number, maybe 8 to 12 diodes at 730 nanometers infrared. That's just me, that's how I would improve it. But so many manufacturers are going for this combination of this spectrum and these diodes that are here because it's been shown that it gets the job done decently well, it's efficient energy-wise, and very importantly, this is very low cost to manufacture since there's a lot of these diodes being made. So because this light is not a flat board style light and it does have fans, there's actually 4 of them right up here, there's actually enough extra cooling to run the diodes at a higher intensity, and hence this doesn't need to hang quite as close to the canopy as those types of flat board lights do, despite basically having the same kind of diodes. As for the fan noise, it's actually surprisingly good. Like, I can talk really quietly and you guys can still hear me just the same despite the fact that they're on. Otherwise, this light pulls 230 watts from the wall, with a chunk of that going to those fans. This model is a double-size variant of the RA1000, which is exactly half of what this unit is. The idea with the 2000 is roughly to replace a 400 watt HID bulb. Does the unit succeed? Well, more or less. The coverage area in the sheet that's inside the box here says 4x4 vegetative coverage and 3x3 flowering coverage. Those figures are probably accurate for a less light-hungry plant than cannabis, but my testing with this light shows that when it comes to cannabis, it's probably fairer to say that it's a 3x3 for veg, 2.5 by 2.5 for flowering, core coverage. And while they say that for flowering they'd hang this light at 18 to 24 inches, I probably wouldn't hang it any further than 15 inches from a plant like cannabis to get proper PAR rating, which is why the footprint is cut in my view. The lower you have to hang a light, the less footprint it's going to have under it. It just kind of makes sense. As for what this comes with, it's a pretty basic package. You get the hangers and the hooks to hang it, the power cord right here, it's about 6 or 8 feet long, and that's about it. The RA2000 light does have a power on-off switch at the top, and it does have daisy chain capability, though it's only good for 2 lights maximum. I'm not sure why that is. The RA1000 can do 4 lights maximum. Which brings us to the main feature of this light, the price. Take a guess as to what this 6-pound fixture costs. Got a number in your head? Nope, you've probably guessed too high. This is $125 and $67.50 for the RA2000 variant. That's US dollars. There's really no way of getting around it. This thing is inexpensive. Probably a good light for a beginner to cut their teeth on or to use in a vegetative space. So as usual with these types of Chinese manufacturers, the goal here is to provide a decent light, if not a fantastic one, at a rock bottom price that leaves you wondering how exactly they can afford to ship it. Well, thankfully, I can afford to ship it anywhere at its low weight, anywhere in the world. So if you want a chance to win this thing, all you gotta do is leave a comment on this video, and preferably a like and share. The comment is your entry, and I'll choose the winner on February 1st, 2020. Detailed rules in the video description as usual. Winner will be added to the description and have their winning comment replied to. Pretty simple stuff. On that note, if you've enjoyed yourself, make sure you're subscribed, and we'll catch you next time.